Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Are you wondering about Massachusetts winters? We've got your survival guide right here. Hey everyone, my name is Matt Swierk, and you know I'm a local real estate expert right here in the state of Massachusetts with the Legacy Star team, powered by Keller Williams Realty. Now, if this is the first time you come to our channel, welcome. If you've come back, welcome back. What is this channel all about? We talk everything about Massachusetts. We talk eating, sleeping, drinking, playing, and Massachusetts winters. So, you definitely want to click the subscribe button, click the little bell. That way, every time we make a new video, you're going to get notified. And always, give us a little thumbs up. We love this, we love the support. So you have questions about Massachusetts, we have answers. You can reach out any way possible. One thing you have to remember, when it comes to Massachusetts, we've always got your back. Woo! Okay. All right, when we prepare these videos, sometimes there's heavy research, scouring the internet, talking to our network, figuring out what are we gonna promote out to the public. This one is all firsthand. So, Massachusetts winters, right? First and foremost, go back to our library. You're gonna see a video that we did on nor'easters. Yes, I braved the weather. I went out there in a nor'easter. It was incredible. I don't think you got the full effect of it, but it kind of talked about what that was. And I gotta tell you, when we get those, we get into state of emergencies. Everyone's, oh my gosh, we're gonna nor'easter come in. But the true hardcore New Englanders are like, yeah, whatever, here we go, just another day. So you definitely want to be prepared for nor'easters if you come here. The first thing I want to talk about when it comes to weather here is it's all about the mindset, right? First and foremost, we have four, that's 8, that's 6, no, that's 6. We have 4, I can't count today. We have 4 amazing seasons here in Massachusetts. So we want to embrace the wintertime, right? It's not going to be here forever, even though it seems that way. When we get that first hit of snow and it's so beautiful and that nice white snow, and then all of a sudden it gets dirty and gross and nasty. And then, so anyway, appreciate the snow for when it's here. Appreciate the change of seasons. It's all about the mindset, right? The other thing I laugh about when it comes to winter that you definitely need to survive here, and your survival part about the winter here in Massachusetts, get a good calendar, right? What? Get a calendar? Yes, absolutely. So winter starts like yesterday. We got a blizzard on Halloween one year, right? So winter is going to go all the way until halfway through the winter is usually when we circle that on the calendar is when the trucks leave for spring training. What? Yes. Fenway Park, the trucks go, they load it up with their equipment, they're going down to Florida, we're getting ready for spring training. So that's like halfway through wintertime for us. February 8th this year is when the trucks leave. So you definitely want to have that circled on your calendar. Yes, we've had blizzards on April 1st, right? That was a big April Fool's Day kind of joke that Mother Nature threw on us. So a calendar is imperative for the wintertime. Another thing here, it's funny, I had someone reach out and they said, what's it like driving? And I said, well, interesting question. So driving in Massachusetts in the wintertime, I gotta tell you, it goes back to driver's ed. My first thing is that when you're driving, you start to skid out of control. Don't panic, turn into the skid, get control of the car and go, right? So that's a big thing. And, before we had anti-lock brakes, you would kind of pump the brakes, and you don't do that anymore. Like anti-lock brakes, you gradually push them. I'm not going to give you driving lessons, but you need to know how to drive when it comes to ice and snow. The other thing when it comes to driving in the ice and snow, yes, there'll be some people that will drive 5 miles an hour. However, when you got lunatics like me driving a pickup truck, we're like, yeah, it's just another day. So, and people that, aren't really affected by the weather. I'm sorry, we all have insurance, we play bumper cars. That's not true. I know people go, man, really? I don't drive that crazy. However, we're not gonna really slow down and be all freaked out about the weather. I mean, if you can't see because you're driving in a nor'easter or a blizzard, that's a whole nother story. But I was recently out in Seattle, and it was really funny. We were talking about snow, and they're like, if we get 1.5 inches, like the state shuts down. I'm like, yeah, I know, I used to live there. I laughed one day. I was doing door-to-door sales, and people were like, how could you go outside? It's snowing. I'm like, this is a Dustin. What are you talking about? So be prepared. It's just another day on the road. The other thing that you have to understand about driving, in Massachusetts in the wintertime is you have to be able to be ready for evasive maneuvers. All right, what does that mean? Yes, people don't clean off their cars all the way, and there's sheets of ice and snow, and eventually it's gonna come flying off, and you gotta be ready to dodge that, right? Because you don't want a comp claim with your insurance. So, and those people, come on, clean off your cars. That brings me to the next thing. You need time. You need time because you gotta let your car defrost for like 20 minutes, right? We wanna get nice and cozy in there. I'm not promoting that because there is a Massachusetts general law, 5-minute maximum to let your car run. Okay, my thing about time, do us all a favor, will ya? Clean off your entire car. Don't just, I've seen people, they scrape off the windshield, just one little area they can see out. I'm like, come on, you guys. Respect humanity. Clean the whole thing off so that way we don't have to worry about having evasive maneuvers and freaking out. And you can see, like, you're driving behind someone, like, the snow is like this. It's like, all right, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. And it goes flying off, right? It's like, boom, it's amazing. All right, supplies. What do you need for supplies in the wintertime? Now, this is specific for some of the tight communities. You need a folding chair. Yes, I said you need a folding chair. Why? Well, I grew up in Quincy. I had family in South Boston. I had family in these tight neighborhoods. We literally would take it, you shovel out your space, right? It's limited. You shovel out your space and you take your folding chair and you just put it there. And that is a do not go near my space. I have claimed it with a folding chair. Off limits, don't go near my space. They actually one year said, they're like, no more folding chairs. And people are like, what? No way. And then they're like, okay, you know what? Like, we're gonna have folding chairs. It's a funny thing. It's true. It's true. Okay. Another thing, I was talking about shoveling out. You gotta invest in a good shovel. You can't, listen, when we get that heavy snow, you go to pick that thing up, the whole thing breaks. Here's a little health tip. Bend with your knees. Don't bend over your back. Oh my gosh, right? You don't want to be throwing your back out, cleaning off snow. And go out multiple times. Don't just wait till it's all done, right? If you wait till the whole, when the snow has ended, in a heavy wet snow, forget about it. It's going to be awful. So invest in a good shovel. That's something I kind of came up last second. You definitely want to have lots of ice scrapers. You want to have lots of those snow broom things. I love those things. When I worked at Enterprise Rent-A-Car, I was like, these are amazing, right? So, and have multiple in the cars and have multiple at home too, because you never know if you're going to lose them and where they go. And so you got to have some of those supplies. Now, this is a boring one, right? Because, like, of course, but like you want to have your nice heavy jackets. You want to be able to layer up. You want to have gloves. You want to, all right, something that's really important to me, waterproof boots. Now, I'm one of those people, like, if my socks get wet, doesn't matter when it is, I am whining like a little baby. I'm like, my socks are wet. So I have to have waterproof boots. And if I don't have waterproof boots, what do? You get the grocery bags, you get the gallon bags, you put them on there, you get your feet in there. It works, right? Especially when we were little kids, like layer up the bags because we couldn't afford waterproof boots. So that's really important. Lip balm, right? You want, when we get those windy days, you're outside and you're freezing, right? You want to make sure you get your lips aren't getting all chapped because, once they get chapped and they're cracked, like forget it. You wait until, May until you get your lips back. So you want to make sure you have nice lips. Especially with Christmas time, the mistletoe. All right, anyway. All right, not equipment, but clothing. Now, of course, you need a good jacket. You need to have your gloves, your hats. I'm an Air Muff guy as well. We have this very strange phenomenon. You're gonna need this. You need this when it snows. It doesn't matter if it's 5 inches, 500 inches. When we're getting snow, absolute must have in the state of Massachusetts, bread and milk. I said it, everyone rushes to the grocery store because, oh my goodness, what happens if we don't have bread and milk? We're not gonna survive. So make sure you have plenty of bread. If you have to, get Carnation instant milk, right? I'm joking about this, but it's amazing. People are like, I gotta get milk and bread. Why? We can't survive with like a day without having milk and bread. Blows my mind. That's a really funny thing. The last thing super important about Massachusetts, the way you'll survive here, you gotta have the kit. I'm not talking about your emergency roadside kit with the blankets and all that stuff, the batteries. I'm talking about the snowman kit, right? Get your charcoal out there. Make sure you get your carrots. Go out now, get your sticks, right? Get your scarves. So that way, when we have a nice, heavy wet snow day, because that's the only way you can make a snowman. You can't do it with fluffy snow. You can roll those balls up, make an amazing snowman. You need to have all the accessories. All right, so that was that's a really fun thing for me when I started thinking about the winter survival guides. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do the boring, like you need this, 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 this. That's my first-hand view as far as how you survive the Massachusetts winters. So, you got questions, we got answers. You're coming here to move, you're coming here to relocate, you want to know different areas to go check out, especially, we got New Year's coming up. That's a cool area. We have so many fun things in the wintertime here in Massachusetts. So reach out to us anyway. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Sometimes we get over inundated with people reaching out to us. We appreciate the support. The one thing you got to remember when it comes to Massachusetts, we've always got your back.